What happens when a man gets to the point where they're just like, okay, I'm filing for divorce?
I always put everybody else first, and I never put myself first. And I've tried to love everyone that's came in my life, and I always got the short end of the stick. And for this one time, in this one place, I chose myself.
Some unexpected news broke about your marriage?
Marriage ended in divorce, and I was gutted. Today, it's about picking up the pieces. It's about discovering me. And this year, I met the most broken version of me. I also met the strongest version.
That's gonna empower so many.
Yeah.
Empowered by making a play deep in Jeezy's pockets, checking for his money.
Now, Jeannie Mai asked for a delay on prenup enforcement. She claims that they only started the prenup process 5 days before the wedding, so she didn't get a chance to review it properly before.
Not my problem. The prenup was signed March 26th of 2021, and they got married March 27, 2001. Why they signed the prenup the day before the marriage? It's one of the 4 things that I always tell you, men. Get this lady to sign this prenup 6 months before the wedding. Don't do this, oh, you're gonna sign the prenup on Tuesday, we get married on Wednesday. It's not gonna work.
These girls out here, this is what they do. They come with that, he made me sign it under duress.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk. So basically, you polite savages, Jeannie Mai has gone to the judge and said, I only had 5 days to review this prenuptial agreement. So please, let's not enforce it. Hold off on enforcing it. Let me get my lawyers in charge because this fool left me for someone else. I gots to get even. You see, that's how it works, you polite savages. See, hell has no fury as a woman scorned. And this woman can't take the fact that he left her. And this is why she's doing it, because he left her. You see, if she would have left him, and there would have been some child support involved, and she would have looked good in the press, and everybody would have knew. But she just can't take the fact that this man looked at her and said, "It's better out there." And you can see by the way she's acting, thirst trapping. I mean, she in the middle of a damn snowstorm with a bikini on and a fur mink trying to, oh, I'ma just be me because I can do what I can do. You see, this is what happens when a woman gets to that age where she can't gain that attention that she wants, TMI or anybody. And now she's trying to figure out how to get back as any way she can. And I'm gonna tell you something, Jeezy's in trouble because this court system loves women. This court system favors women. And if they could figure out a way to get some alimony and get some extra court fees on it, they gonna do it.
Because a woman will say, well, you know, he's a good guy. He takes care of his kids. I don't want to put him on child support. Or a good attorney is going to be like, no. You're in this divorce process right now. You're emotional about it. You might make a decision where you're leaving $50,000, $100,000, $700,000 on the table. That in 2 years, you're going to look at this data. You're going to be like, God damn it. Why did I leave that money on the table? An attorney is going to be like, no, I am not going to let you leave all of these benefits that the law allows you on the table. It's my job. So a good woman can be turned by an attorney.
Listen, a good woman is a good woman. A funky is gonna always roll with the mother she can come up on. I have not met a good woman who tried to destroy somebody.
Agreed.
A good woman is probably, literally, 1 in a million.
Corey, that's a deep message right there. A good woman can turn on you for financial gain to what she feels like she is owed. Key phrase here is what she feels she is owed. Because in her mind, she gave her body, her whole, stretched out or not, her soul, her youth, her love and affection to you. Every woman or all around the world will have the same mentality at some point in the relationship. Ladies, drop me a dancing lady emoji in the comments section if you agree with it. So brace yourself, fellas, it's only a matter of time before you get pocket watched and pocket checked.
I know women who can't stand to see nobody happy but themselves. These women are jealous that you are having a good time. That's why they try to keep you all to themselves. If they want you to have a good time, you ain't got to hide the other you have a good time with. You should be able to come as a family and have a leader, and you tell the other, talk to me through her. That's what we really want on this planet.
Jeannie says that the court should enforce paragraph 8
of the prenuptial agreement regarding infidelity. Don't ever put some type of clause where if some stripper suck you off, now your prenup can get thrown out, or now you got to pay all these penalties.
Jeezy is better out here on the streets, doing what he do. That's what made him who he is.
Right.
You can't domesticate no man like that. He'll try it.
Right.
We all done tried. But ain't no finna tell no mother man who is like a real manly man what the supposed to be doing.
Yeah. When you rich, you a conqueror, right?
Man,
so
damn, that is real.
Corey's right, y'all. Jeezy got options. Young Jock even alludes to this fact that Jeezy living it up, still pumping out music, cruising at the pinnacle where every woman is ready to jump into his DMs, and if they are within distance, ready to jump on his lap and get to work.
Pushing a new album, about to drop a book. He felt like, now's the time that I could share this world with somebody on a real level, but I need a candidate who's not gonna fight me, who's not gonna go against me, who's gonna let me lead, who would allow me to be who the I am. And I think she sold that for him. She gave him that. But then after they got married, she didn't have a job no more. They got a new baby. He on the road promoting a new album. This nigga got hits. This nigga could drop 30 bangers back to back.
You lie and say, okay, I'm gonna just be with this girl. And you know you're not gonna just be with this girl, especially if you have options.
That's real.
The only men that's with one girl, for the most part, is men with no options. So everything you say to a woman is a lie, most of the time. All that is just you, baby. If a man say it's just you, baby, that's a lie.
Yeah.
1 out of a million. That's what I say.
A lot of times men will get married to a woman, she'll be like, oh, Lee, she ain't gonna do me like that. I don't need a prenup. I'm
Right.
scared to ask for the prenup because if she'll get mad and she might leave, then she gonna take the double D's with her. Then I'm out here on the
Titties
streets
gone.
again,
You
right?
really
Talk
didn't know
about
her
it.
hair.
Them
I got-
big areolas.
You're
No,
just
it's not
programmed to
It's not
do something while you're alive. And the wicked
down.
people who are in charge of the world tax you for being a human being.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
That in the event that either party engages in sexual relations, in emotional relationship, or is emotionally and or sexually suggestive in the communication with a third party via all forms of electric communication and shall result in a significant financial penalty upon the adulterous parties as specified in said prenuptial agreement. God damn it. What type of lawyer did you have?
I'm not saying that he did cheat, but the information leaked out there that Jeezy may have been running the streets. With the groupies, the 304s, the garden tool hoes, who knows? The media gossip channels, and it seems like Jeannie Mai's lawyers allege that Jeezy may have been unfaithful with these scheming, conniving, opportunistic strumpets.
It takes every day to just really sit and just be quiet in your thoughts, take care of me. But one thing I know is you give God your pain, he will give you his power. Girl, period. Letting things go off your chest is really important. Going there and digging up some things that are really deep and have been bothering you for way too long has to be talked about.
But I want y'all to catch what Young Jock says here.
I'm not buying into it. He may have married her because of her core values. There's certain things that she will not do because of her family. That's the reason he was willing to buy into that and tie into that.
A source told ET that he and Jeannie weren't on the same page when it came to certain family values and expectations. They had different views, and each felt like their needs weren't being completely met.
Jeannie Mai and Jeezy may be in media, on television, and making music and doing TV shows, but their upbringing is completely different from one another. I'm only going to speak on Jeannie Mai since we are both Vietnamese and born in and grew up around San Jose and the Bay Area. The difference is Jeannie Mai was already working for celebrities and working in the San Francisco Bay Area local media scene. She's a Viet girl, most likely from middle-class suburbs, far removed from Jeezy's upbringing. This is what I think happened. Two individuals who work in media have drastically different cultural values and expectations of each other. Jeannie Mai is a loud, opinionated, modern woman working on nationally televised media. Did not like or approve of Jeezy's high life, high value status work lifestyle, even though that was what she was attracted to him first.
Then after the album, guess what? and come home to probably some low calm, or would he want to be calm? But she like, no, I need you here. I need to do this, that. Ain't no telling what got going on. You just never know. And it might not turn out to be what he thought it was, and vice versa. Jeezy probably gave her that energy. I'm in the know. But then when you live it all the time, you realize like you can't handle him the same way you handle that white man possibly. You can't say to this man and he gonna act the same way. Honey, why would you say that? Who you talking to? Before and like, yo, you got me up. Hey, yo, Jeannie, you tripping. That made me laugh. Ha ha. Chill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
funny how that works, doesn't it, ladies? You want the sharks, you want the orcas, but then you try to condition your man to turn into a guppy and goldfish. Jeannie Mai was shaking in her heels because she knows that every woman was willing and able, ready to get on the table to steal away Jeezy from Jeannie Mai.
I think women want leadership. They want to feel protected.
Do they want leadership?
Well, it depends on the woman. Depends on the woman, right?
Right.
And it depends on where you're leading me. Because if you're leading me someplace where I don't want to go, then no.
Right.
We're not doing that.
Right.
But if I trust you.
Well, where does the trust come into play?
Well, you got to know each other. You got to be, you got
to know each other, you have to be transparent.
Absolutely.
Open book.
And worse yet, and I can say this with my chest out, since I am half Viet, and I grew up in a household of Vietnamese women and been around a lot of Vietnamese women in my childhood, my Viet women would love to nag a man to do what she wants. I hear people got the idea that Asian women are meek and bow and obedient. But oh no, Jeezy found out alright that when a Vietnamese woman is unhappy about something, she's going to let him know, follow him from room to room, and disturb his mental peace. Put on top of that, she's also a modern woman that makes her own I'm strong and independent money. It's a recipe for disaster for any man if you ain't prepared for that kind of tongue lashing a Southeast Asian woman can and will unleash on an unsuspecting man. Exactly like how Jeezy found out the hard way.
I want to know, why do you think the way you do? What brought you to look at things the way you do? Who are you? Who's important to you? And I found my equal.
And what appeared to be a great union of two people who respected each other, when you went down to the surface, even by Jeannie Mai's own admission, her mouth was out of control. And she would buck up at a man who just wasn't going to take it.
Well, I have a really hot temper. Not a lot of people know this, right? But I didn't notice it in myself until I was with Jeezy.
Interesting. You didn't notice in your previous marriage?
No, because it has to do with the type of relationship you have and the type of respect you have for that person to mirror things back to you where you actually would stop you in your tracks and evaluate yourself.
So you had it.
So I had it, but nobody ever called me out on it.
You see, what really happens in this situation is that a lot of these women, they think that they are having a better hand than they do. And they don't understand a lot of men in this modern times, we look at ourselves and say, listen, I done lived 38 years, I done lived 40 years without you, I can live 40 more. You see, men are naturally resilient in that way. We understand and we're used to the rejection. We're used to going after something and not quite making it and having to dust yourself off and go back after it again. But you see, these ladies, they can't handle it. They go out there, as soon as they get dumped, they start thirst trapping. They start making words and posts of affirmation and self-love that they never did before. And when I've decided to focus on me, that's when everything turned around. I mean, look at Tia Mowry. She's doing the same thing as Jeannie Mai is doing. I mean, they both thirst trapping, traveling to exotic destinations to show that they are living their best life after being alone and it not working out the way they wanted to work out. Now, Jeannie Mai always came off as this fake submissive, but she's a boss babe, and I say it all the time. It's not the race. It's the mentality of the modern woman who wants to have this ethos that I can do what I want and have it all. You see, Jeannie Mai didn't want to sacrifice. She didn't want to say, hey, I got to take a step back and let this man lead. No, she wanted to run the race neck and neck. And when you run the race neck and neck, when you lose and you think you're going to win, you start having issues. And this is why. And this is the only reason why this woman has gone to the judge She's tried multiple things, saying that he cheated before in infidelity, so that should erase the prenup. Now she's going to the judge saying she didn't have enough time to preview the prenup. Ma'am, you are a boss chick. You are supposed to be in charge. Stop the cap.
Most men get married because they don't have the information on how to protect themselves. They give in to the emotions of a irrational. That is most marriages in America, if you ask me. I could be wrong, but I don't just see a lot of guys proposing to women. I see a lot of guys giving in to women.
Telling ET earlier this month she had been spending more time in Atlanta to try to work things out with Jeezy, saying at the time she is trying to save their marriage and doesn't want it to end.
You know, I don't like to fail in anything, especially when I know what
you've poured in.
Right. Like I can only be responsible for myself, you know, and I can only do what I can do. And I can't expect someone else to do what I'm doing.
But did you go to therapy with her?
Yeah.
So you actually addressed it, tried to work through it, tried to do the work, and it just was like not happening.
But Jeezy, you did have the warning signs. Just saying.
Oh, I was a side chick once, and I knew I was his side chick. He was my side dude, and there was no responsibilities attached, and I had a good time. It was so much work being a side chick. Thank you. Thank you.
If you are not able to forgive, you will hit the wall again.
And I'm gonna forgive.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna forget.
But see, I'm looking in your eyes, and I'm not really buying that.
I'm gonna forgive, but I'm not gonna forget.
That's all I got for you, you polite savages. Like and subscribe, hit us up on all social media networks, and as always, ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? We're out.
We found true happiness